We good? We back? There we go. Hopefully that's still one stream because we reconnected fast enough. OBS dropped. Always a fun time. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. It's this Monokuma in the bathtub!
No.
Alright, let's look at all of his stuff. The chest is too obvious. It's a bet that comes with the cottages, but it looks like it's just looks just like the one in my room, but
Hey.
maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like there's something inside. What's this? Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like they're the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. Was he hiding these under his bed? What did Nagito use this stuff for? Interesting.
Hajime.
Is there anything else under the bed? Let's see. Picked under the bed once again, started looking where I found the supermarket bag and... Huh? There must be some paper on the floor. Must be with a blue aluminum? A round thin piece of aluminum, huh? Similar to those seals that go over jars or unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but it doesn't mean it's just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? Might be too soon to decide that. Piece of blue paper. Basically, it's just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that really catches my eye. He got a fridge. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to the books, there's a bunch of random crap stuff on the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later. Yeah, I agree. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice, my cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go through the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocks very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really, it looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
See?
Yeah, it looks like poison. Poison? Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it! You make me more like that. I'm gonna get nervous. Grabbed the bottle and with my trembling head began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis. It is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place, in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. It sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be there to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel as well. Applied to the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about that scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder if there's a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet. Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Ah, Monokuma's special point has been added to the truth bullet section. Alright. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in a sparkling pink lights. Totally standing out. Could this be... Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. It looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means... The thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. He turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside a treasure box like it's something important? The notebook out of the treasure box, I'm again leafing through it. It contains sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? It looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. Kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on the entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing. Hey, stop it! Ah, don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand. Who? I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside! Jeez, that was close! If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook! Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief? Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student!
Hey, hey.
Hey, that notebook. It's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar! What? You always show up out of nowhere. Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write! Huh? What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can write the letter B. No, you can't! Because you have no fingers on your hands. Ah! See? Bullseye! I know, because I'm the same way, too! Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey, hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
Why, there's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write in that notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, you should put it... Excuse me! Hold on! Ah, damn it, she totally ran away again. Same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Monomi's notebook is added to the truth bullet section of my handbook. Our time for investigation is winding down. The bookshelf might take up some time to investigate. We should try examining some other areas first. Well, that's everything. A lot of books and mysterious items on the shelf. Sometimes items are so random, can't make any sense whatsoever.
Well?
It says a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they know? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it, though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? It It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know? There might be private stuff here. Well, that might be true, but...
See?
So, I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file wasn't the only thing I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal! Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagi said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file and held it in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this was really only information, then why is the file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia, and everyone who died had passages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass! I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height, my weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. I confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the one who's from the reserve department? Why? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles of all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Jackie leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Huh.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Unfortunate. Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Nagito's, because he was somebody else?
What are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togame.
Oh, okay, yeah, Byakuya might be missing.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be a traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life? It's totally wrong! There's a completely different reason! Marketing! A different reason?
You're getting all
How should I put
riled
this?
up.
You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You didn't have to ask me that. You'd know the answer just by looking through their profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That's Byakuya! That's that Byakuya's true identity! true identity? He was a fake! He was pretending to be the ultimate affluent prodigy Byakuya Togami! A fake?
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. But you're using his. Basically, he doesn't exist! Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody! With his talent, woohoo! Though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
so...
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all! Real imposters are skilled like that! Then he was lying to us this whole time?
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway...
Anyway... I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
That's right!
So, I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to the others about God, I don't remember what I give them. I cannot talk to the others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No,
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already! So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss.
Phew.
Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know! I made that file so you guys couldn't figure out! Or couldn't find out! So, it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is just wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true of her Nagito too, right? Well, probably. Hope's Peak Academy file has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know! Time's up. Wait! Excuse me for a moment! That chime just now.
What is most important for living things?
Food, water, air?
Well, personally, I think time is.
I mean, sure.
I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right?
Okay.
That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time.
Sounds good.
So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
Is it gonna be the last one? There's 2 more Monami levels. There's no way.
I'll see you soon.
Plus there's the time bomb. The last class trial. He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end, huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still,
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Alright, let's make our way to... Monokuma Rocks to the right. Alright.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed. You're making me depressed! So, it is going to happen again? The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends? But, once again, we're through with this. We can go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island? Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us!
I'll pick you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbits. Just shut up! Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it, in order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight!
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seemed different from before. Maybe she read the self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes?
Uh,
Anyway, make sure you turn off Inimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Fine.
But still.
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going. To the last class trial.
Yep.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Right. I thought I was going to be able to talk to everyone on the beach. Normally I get to. This is the end. I keep saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. It's a rumbling!
yeah.
This will arrive. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you're right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito? There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who've survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then, the door slowly opened. This bright light greeted us. Is that the light of hope, or the light of despair?
Well now.
Well then, now that the Chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of you left!
Shut the hell up.
Enough! Just fucking start this already!
Hey.
Yay! This is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is! So, you gotta show some enthusiasm. Make sure you give it your all!
All right.
Didn't I tell you? He said it! This is the end!
Now then.
Let's get this class trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial! Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other! This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Kamade, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was like nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he yearned for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us, too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. We'd like to save our current progress. Right there, please. Alright. Take a moment to, open the handbook real quick. Can we afford anything? If this is the last one, we should spend our points. We have 4. I'm gonna grab Excellent Blade, then. Because we need that help. It's unfortunate, but set our skills. So we get the Menacing Focus, Peach Muscle, increase the truth of it, weight or fire, effective during the non-stop debate. Excellent Blade, sharpness by 2. That's everything. Alright. But that will be next time. Next time.
Danganronpa.
Oh, the last class trial. Supposedly, I get the feeling there's going to be a chapter 6, probably halfway through that trial, but we'll see. There's so much to figure out. I've got at least an idea of how he died, but not much in terms of any clues to go on. At most, Sonia's my guess, but that just seems unlikely. Just because they're, well, I don't know, because they made a specific bit to call her out on it, maybe. Either way, we'll figure out next week. In terms of following streams, come by Sunday for RimWorld. We're going to try to salvage that colony. It'll be a great time. And come Tuesday, we'll have Vampire Survivors as we try to push our way through the last of the Emerald Diorama. Look forward to it. I definitely enjoy it, and we'll look forward to... Oh, whoa! Hello, Binks. Welcome to the table. Welcome to my lap. Okay, well, I guess it's Binks time, everyone. So, thank you, everyone, coming out. I look forward to seeing you later.